Okay. We on? Okay. Hello everybody. Good evening. This is the Remodulator. And tonight we talk about Forge of Empires. So the topic for tonight, we'll be dealing with the modern era. It's the 10th era in the game, and of course before it is the progressive era, and just like the progressive era, the modern era is the start of radical new way of playing the game in the form of how you make the goods. Since in order to make the modern era goods, you're going to need unrefined goods. So it's basically the goods 3 ages ago from your current age. On this case, it is the colonial era. And in order that your goods production will be maximized, you are also going to need Bronze Age deposits. So I assume that by the time you watch this video and you just hit modern era, you've already went beyond the Bronze Age to Colonial Age map, right? So the Bronze Age and Colonial Age map, as you can the Bronze Age to Colonial Age map, it's expected that there are 2 Bronze Age deposits. On my case, it's the marble rock and grapes. This one here for marble and this one's for wine. So other than that, it's also expected that by the time you hit the modern age era map, you will have a 3rd deposit on your Bronze Age. In my case, it's rock. You can also get a 4th Bronze Age goods deposit in the Arctic future map. However, I assume that nobody is, or not all of the folks here watching this are into this get higher era units, right? So let's just set it aside. My recommendation for this age is that you should probably have Lighthouse of Alexandria by now. The reason for that is that it produces unrefined goods at the current level. As I said at the start of the video, unrefined goods are basically goods that are 3 ages back. Alright, so on this case, this means that I do not necessarily have to rebuild colonial age goods in order to produce the goods I need in order to build modern era goods. You can also get unrefined goods to your wishing wells and fountains of youth, if ever you have one. They are also a good source. Oh, I also almost forgot. Yeah, hedge mices. Although these are rare, they are also a good source of unrefined goods. Alright, so let's see what we have. Let's see what we have in terms of modern era goods. Start here. You hang on a sec. You get to unlock all 5 goods age buildings at the start. All right. So my recommendation is that if you're planning to build a modern era goods building, one, you really need to plan, because all of these goods buildings require 2-line street, and 2, I do recommend that you get to build at least 1 and at most 2. In order to alleviate some of your goods-ish production problems, I also recommend that you age up your event buildings that produce goods, be it event production buildings such as the Mad Scientist House, or the Sleigh Rider, or what do you call this? Yes, Santa's Workshop. I do recommend that you get to age them up in advance to the modern era. You can also, I also recommend aging up at least 1 or 2, not 1 or 2, 2 to 4 buildings, other event buildings that don't necessarily have to be production buildings, but at least that give goods nonetheless into the modern era. Alright, now as for fighting, it gets very, very intriguing. A lot of people I am aware of enjoy fighting in this age, because this is the age that is the start of something radical, in the form of it is the first age that has a unit with rapid deployment. Now, in rapid deployment, each unit with rapid deployment is deployed at different areas around the map. In this case, it is the paratrooper camp. All right. I do recommend, if you're planning to get buildings, military buildings, I do recommend this on all of them, if you can afford the spice, plus have a good level Alcatraz. But what I do recommend most is the paratrooper and the bazooka team. The bazooka team, of course, you can produce it in the heavy weapons center. Now, the reason I say this is because one, the paratrooper camp is a good harassment tool. It can also, like the Jaeger infantry, it can also have stealth by hiding it in the forests. As for the heavy weapons center, the bazooka team that comes out of the heavy weapons center, it's good against how do I say this? It's good against, heavy units and artillery units. All right. So, what are the things you guys need to know about the modern era? The great buildings. Yeah, okay. The great buildings. One is the Space Needle. which is basically a worthless building, since I assume that all of you would have had enough goods building, enough event buildings that give you happiness, because of course event building always give almost always give happiness. And also, yeah, the atomium. The atomium is the alternative, is an alternative for the ark, or more like the poor man's version of the ark. And the reason I say that is because, yes, it does provide goods for your guild treasury, and if you're in a guild that does guild expeditions or guild battlegrounds or guild versus guild, like what my guild does, goods from your current era, from all eras rather, are highly appreciated. Now, what do you do with guild goods? One is to build buildings in guild battlegrounds. Two is unlock defensive slots, I think, in guild versus guild, and also it comes in handy when you are about to unlock higher levels in guild expeditions. Alright, so yeah, a lot of guilds, well, can tolerate an atomium, and a lot of guilds can also tolerate both an atomium and an arc. Alright, so keep that in mind. Now, what about expansions? Okay, you get the an expansion early, and you also get an expansion late. The modern era map, I think, let's get it here. You also get 2 expansions. All right, I forgot the sequence in which you can get these, but it's there. And all in all, you get 4 expansions. So what are the other rewards in this map? Okay, now Kyoshima, it gives you a loot box of goods. Joka, I hope I pronounced it right, gives it supplies and medals. Igamoto gets colonial age goods. Yeah, almost forgot about that. In the modern age map, you also get a 3rd colonial age good. Yeah, 3rd colonial age good. In my case, it's the spruce wood. You can also get a 4th modern era good in the Arctic Future map, although I assume that by then, by the time you hit modern age, you still haven't reached the Arctic era map yet. Now, what's the nice thing about getting a good colonial age deposit good early, or getting an extra colonial age deposit good? It's because when you hit the Arctic Future, you get to produce Arctic Future goods, and in order for production numbers to be boosted, you're going to need colonial age goods deposits. So that is for another time. Below here, Higamatsu, you get supplies, coins, and medals. Here, Kibakuguchi, I hope I'm pronouncing this right. You get 135k good supplies, 250 medals. Hiromaguchi, you get an expansion. Igujima, you get good expansion for the bronze map. And on the last map, I understand that all of us love diamonds, right? Getting diamonds. And Toimuro, it's the last age, it's the last map in the modern era age map. You get 200 diamonds, alright? So let's also talk about the how do I say, production buildings. When I was in the modern era last year, I frequently built the header, because you don't need to build it along a 2x2 road. You can build it in a 1x1 road, and it comes in handy when you get to those event quests that say that you must finish n number of productions in building of your current age. This is helpful. This one here, the aircraft factory, I remember I built this as well, and the appliance factory. As for the roads, you in progressive era you've unlocked tarmac road, the first 2x2 road. In the modern era you unlock the motorway and the alley. Alright, so it gives plus 10 happiness, and the other gives plus 40. So yeah, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you like it. Give it a like, and hit the subscribe button, because I'll do my best to post more Forge of Empires videos. Alright, so thank you, and take care everybody. Bye bye.